CT 843AA, Christopher Carlos Morales, he bonded. So I'll take that off step. Calling the interpreter now.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Alan Figueroa, State Certified Spanish Court Interpreter.
Good morning, Mr. Figueroa. This is Judge Bigney. Have you already been sworn in?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, please tell me your name.
Your Honor, just so I can connect to the right courtroom, which courtroom in the BRC is the defendant in?
2.
Okay.
Mr. Interpreter, let me know when you're ready.
He can hear me, Your Honor.
He what?
He can hear me, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sir, are you Mr. Guillermo Santiago Morales?
Yes.
Mr. Morales, do you live in Maitland, Florida, or Orlando, Florida?
In Orlando.
Okay, you're here for a charge of driving under the influence with a blood alcohol level of above a 0.15. I do find probable cause. I'll do $500 bond or pretrial release if you qualify. You do have a public defender, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor, he has an
Yes, ma'am.
immigration detainer as well.
Okay, so there is a hold on you for immigration purposes. I can't make any adjustments or modify. You do have a criminal defense attorney helping you with your criminal case, sir.
Your Honor, may the interpreter get the case number for Mr. Morales?
2020 CT 351 AE.
Thank you.
Sir, what is your name?
Christopher Justiniano.
Mr. Jacinia, you're here for a Hillsborough County case, number 20302214. You're arrested for 4 different offenses, 2 counts of carjacking with a weapon. You're being held at $50,000 bond per count, and 2 counts of kidnapping with a weapon. You're being held at no bond on both of those charges. You do have a public defender temporarily appointed for your case. Hillsborough County will pick you up and have you transported once they start doing that. Thank you, sir. Sir, what's your name? Oh, let me hold.
Raymond Ramos Otero.
Mr. Raymond Ramos Otero, you're here for a case out of Hillsborough County, case number 20302214. I'm temporarily appointing a public defender from this county while you're being held in jail. You're being held at $50,000 bond on counts 1 and 2 for a total of $100,000 for the offenses of carjacking with a firearm. You're also being held on 2 counts of kidnapping with a firearm, and you're being held at no bond status. Good luck to you, sir. Here's the first guy I talked about. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name, please?
Julio González. Julio González.
Julio Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, good afternoon. Good morning. You're being held in case number 2013 CF10118AO. I'll appoint a public defender to assist you with this case. You were placed on probation for an offense of burglary, and it's alleged that you committed a new offense of grand theft motor vehicle. You'll continue to be held at no bond status. Thank you, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Jose Massa Nunez.
Ma'am, you're being held in case number 2020 CF 5579AO for a charge of neglect of a child, tampering with physical evidence, as well as possession of cannabis. Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes.
I'll appoint a public defender. Corrections, is she going to qualify for pretrial release?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So, ma'am, I'm going to, since you have, how long have you been living in Orlando?
4 years.
State any objection to me modifying bonds and reducing them?
No, Your Honor, but we would like to ask for an order that she not provide care for the child without another adult present while this case is pending.
And she's like the grandmother, right?
Right.
Okay. Defense, any objection to that? Okay, I'm going to reduce count 1 bond to $500. On count 2 and 3, I'll do ROR. And no unsupervised contact with any minor child. You do have an attorney who can assist you and better explain that to you. Also, I'm ordering that you not possess, use, or consume any illegal drugs while you're on release for this charge. Thank you, Ms. Massa Nunez.
Your Honor, are we gonna do the Creole interpreter next, or?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to disconnect with the Spanish interpreter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And he also has a victim.
Teleconference? It's okay. Madam Interpreter, can you hear me?
Does she need an interpreter?
Do I have an interpreter on the line?
Yes, yes, you do. Good morning.
Interpreter.
Good morning. Have you been sworn in yet?
I have not.
Please raise your right hand.
Sure.
Swear to translate from Creole to English and English to Creole testimony today.
I do. Isabel DeRocha, court interpreter, Creole.
Thank you. Sir, is your name Mario Jean-Baptiste?
Yes.
Est-ce que vous voulez Mario Jean-Baptiste, monsieur?
Yes.
Mr. Jean-Baptiste, I'm going to appoint a public defender to help you with your case.
Monsieur
were-
Jean-Baptiste, juge là a beau un défenseur public pour aider ou avec KO.
Yes.
Yes.
You were arrested for battery domestic violence.
Creole.
Yo t'ai arrêté ou parce que ou t'ai fait une attaque, une violence domestique.
Is the victim there?
Yes.
Est-ce que victime là?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
Yvette Jean-Baptiste?
Oui.
Est-ce que c'est Yvette Jean-Baptiste?
Oui.
Yes.
Where's the victim?
I'm
Where's
here.
the victim?
I'm here.
Okay, tell me your name, ma'am.
Yvette Jean Baptiste.
Jean Relais, madame.
Yvette
Yvette
Jean
Jean-Baptiste.
Madam Interpreter, hold on a moment.
Okay.
Yvette, do you need an interpreter?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to have you answer, and then the interpreter is going to tell Mario what was said. So I'm going to need a little bit of patience. Are you afraid? How do you know Mario?
We're married.
Do you want him to return home?
Yes.
And do you have any concern about Tensley's safety?
Tinsley, I don't want him to be living with us, but my husband, yes.
Is Tensley your son
He's
or your
his,
child?
He's his son.
Okay. Madam Interpreter, can you translate that back to Mr. Jean-Baptiste?
Sure. Ok. Les mandel et qui Jean li te connaît ou li dit c'est marié nous marié et li dit que et le juge la mandel si li peut pour que ou te retourne la caille là pour Kensley et dit que Kensley c'est petit Pau et que li pas vle pour Kensley rete dans caille là.
Tinsley, c'est le premier petit garçon monté avec les États-Unis à l'âge de 7 ans. Et she's the woman.
Kensley is the first child that I have that I made to enter in the United States since 7.
She's pour moi Tinsley à l'âge de 8 ans.
Qui ça?
She's pour moi avec Tinsley à l'âge de 8 ans.
She saw me with Kensley at the age of 8.
Okay.
Et
So I'm going to put you on pretrial release. You don't have any to give any money to be released from jail.
OK. Ça, juge la pral fait, li mette ou nan relâche avant procès. Ou pas besoin de payer aucun l'argent pour capable sortir de prison. Hein?
But you do need to go look at your paperwork and come to your next court date.
Mais ou besoin garder papier que y a beau et puis venir dans prochaine date que ou a besoin aller dans tribunal là. Pas manquer date là.
I'm also ordering that you not have any weapons. They need to be surrendered to the police department before the end of the business day. And no
Juge la ordonné, I'm sorry. Juge la ordonné que ou pas gain aucun arme. Si ou gain arme ou besoin bayo by la police avant fin journée jeudi a.
non.
And you're
I
not
just-
to have any hostile contact with anybody who you live with. You
Et
can't
ou
do
pas capable gagner aucun mauvais contact avec mon qui est sous rété.
OK.
Thank you, sir.
OK. Merci monsieur.
Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is-
Corrections, is that it?
Is there,
Hi, B. Williams. Is that it for the interpreter cases?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go offline with the interpreter. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Stay safe. Bye. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Bruce Padilla.
Mr. Padilla, you're here for case number 2020 CF 5510AO. You were arrested for charges of possession of cannabis, possession of drug paraphernalia, as well as battery domestic violence. I'm going to find probable causes for all of those offenses. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yeah, I guess so.
He has a
Okay.
victim here also, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Lacey, go ahead, raise your right hand.
Swear affirm the testimony shall give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
State
Okay.
your name for the record.
Kayla Lacey.
Miss Lacey, how do you know Mr. Padilla?
We met through a mutual friend.
Are you dating him or in some kind of relationship with him?
Yes.
Do you live together?
Yes, we do.
Do you have any children in common?
No, we don't.
Are you in fear of Mr. Padilla?
No, I'm not.
Do you feel safe living together?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to have contact with him?
Yes, I would.
Related to the fact that she said she'd been struck by him multiple times in the past when he got angry, we'd like to ask for no contact for now.
Okay. So,
Who's drinking?
Miss Lacey, in case you couldn't hear it, the state is asking for no contact defense. Do you have any questions for? Counsel, do you have any questions for Miss Lacey? And just speak into the mic loud enough so we can all hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Have you had previous violence between you?
No. Just the one day.
I was super drunk. Like,
In Your Honor, I have no questions for the victim, but I just ask for the court to give hostile contact.
No hostile?
No hostile contact.
Okay. No. All right. Do you have any questions for Mr. Padilla? Anybody?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Mr. Padilla, how long have you been living in Florida?
I came down here like maybe a year ago, and I started dating my girlfriend, and I've been with her ever since.
Okay. So I am going to give you a bond on count 3. I'm going to set that bond at $1,000. Sir, I am going to give you some conditions. Miss Lacey, pay attention. If you have any questions, you let me know.
Okay.
You're to have no hostile contact with Miss Lacey while this case is pending. If you have any weapons, you're not allowed to have them anymore. They do need to be surrendered to law enforcement within 4 hours of your release from jail. On count 1, I'll modify the bond to $100. Count 2, I'll keep it at $100. Miss Lacey, you are comfortable with no hostile contact, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Sir, ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yeah, so,
Also, Your Honor,
Hold on. Miss Lacey, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Yes, state.
As drugs or alcohol is apparently involved, could we have an order, a condition of release with no drugs or alcohol?
That's a condition of his release with the no drugs anyway, because that's a new offense. So I'll stand silent on that. All right.
Your Honor, he
Ms.
does
Lace?
qualify for pretrial.
I'm going to deny that request based on his prior history. Anything else from either side?
Yeah,
Your Honor.
how
All right.
much? So how much I gotta?
$1,200 total, plus those conditions, sir. Stay in touch with your attorney. Good morning. Can you tell me your name?
Summer Reed.
Ms. Reed, I'm going to be addressing a couple different cases for you. Case number 2020 MM322A. You were arrested for battery, domestic violence, and I do find probable cause. In case number 2020 CF 5562AO, I find probable cause for the charges of battery and a law enforcement officer, as well as resisting officer without violence. Corrections, is Destiny Payne present?
I don't think so.
No. No, Your Honor.
Okay. So you are entitled to bond. Do you want a public defender to help you with your cases? That's a lawyer.
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender.
Your Honor, will the court consider PTR?
Yes, in part. So on the battery domestic violence case, I'm going to set your bond at $1,500 with the condition that you not return to where Destiny Payne lives. You're to have no contact with Destiny Payne. You need to maintain a separate residence. Hold on. You're also not allowed to possess any weapons. If you do own any weapons, they need to be surrendered within 4 hours of your release from Orange County Jail. In the felony charges for battery and a law enforcement officer and resisting officer without violence, I'll put you on pretrial release for both of those offenses. You are raising your hand. What is your question, Ms. Reed?
The resident that we were at, that was my residence. So I'm trying to see how would that work.
So I'll allow you to return to that residence just one time. You must come with the law enforcement officer. You can't go there without a law enforcement officer. Ms. Payne can stay there until she decides to move out.
She doesn't stay there. None of her stuff is there. None of her stuff is there, like in my home at all. That's all I was trying to tell the officers when they were there.
Well, I'm without her present. That's what I'm going to do. If it needs to be modified, get in touch with your attorney, but you need to maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return as long as you have a police officer so you can collect your belongings. I know it might be a little confusing and frustrating, but that's how I'm ruling on that. Thank you.
I have another question.
Maintain separate residence. Do not return while the victim is living there. Yes, what's your next question?
I do say that, say if you want to change this no consent order, and if I appear in court in front of the judge, I could change it.
Pardon me?
I do say that. I do see that it say if I want to change this no consent order, that if I appear in front of the judge, if I appear in front of the judge, I could change it in writing.
I can't give you any legal advice. You can't change it. A judge needs to, but contact your attorney and he or she can be able to assist you with that.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Reed. The next person is Victor Alberto Escobar. Thank you for correcting me on that. Are you Mr. Escobar?
Yes.
You're here for case number 2020 MM3299AO. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll point one. You were arrested for the offense of battery domestic violence. Mr. Escobar, are you the father or the son?
Son, the father.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
pardon me?
I'm the son.
Okay, is the victim father present?
Yes.
Okay, can the victim please raise his right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you'll give today is the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God, Mr. Escobar?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Escobar, is this your son?
Yes.
Are you in fear of him?
Yes. Your Honor,
Were you
can I request a translator, please?
what?
My English is not very good. Yeah, I prefer a translator, please.
Okay, Mr. Escobar, both of you, I'm going to put you on standby and I'll get an interpreter for the victim. Hold on just a moment.
Sure. No, I'm all right. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, is this the interpreter?
Yes, Your Honor. Alan Figueroa, State Certified Spanish Court Interpreter, back on the line.
Mr. Figueroa, the victim in BRC2 needs an interpreter, so they will not be using headsets.
Not a problem.
Can you patch yourself into BRC2 and broadcast?
Yes, Your Honor. Just 1 second.
Corrections, let me know when you can hear the interpreter.
¿Me escuchan?
Sí, sí, lo escucho.
The victim can hear me, Your Honor.
Mr. Escobar, are you afraid of your son?
Señor Escobar, ¿siente usted temor de su hijo?
Sí.
Yes.
Were you living together at the time of this incident?
¿Estaban viviendo juntos cuando ocurrió este incidente?
No.
No.
Are you okay with him? Do you own the house that he lives in?
¿Usted es el dueño de la casa donde él vive?
Sí, yo soy el dueño de la casa. Mi hijo no paga absolutamente nada, no tengo ningún contrato con él. Yo cubro absolutamente casi el 100% de los gastos.
Yes, the house is mine. My son doesn't pay anything in rent. He doesn't cover any of the expenses. I'm the one who basically pays for almost 100% of everything.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing an eviction proceeding now.
Bueno, no estamos haciendo un procedimiento de evicción en este momento.
Lo entiendo.
Does he normally take medications?
¿Él toma medicamentos usualmente?
Sí, él desde yo creo aproximadamente 17 años tiene problemas de salud mental graves, de depresión severa, OCD, bipolar, episodios de maniáticos y esquizofrénicos.
Yes, ever since he was 17, he's been taking medication for psychological problems that he's had, OCD, seizures. He's also had schizophrenic episodes.
Mr. Escobar, the father, do you want to have any contact with your son?
Señor, ¿desea usted tener contacto con su hijo?
No.
No.
All right. Anything else from either side?
¿Algo más de alguna de las partes? No, su señoría.
Sí, señor, sí. Mi hijo vive en mi propiedad. Hay dos personas que viven allá. Él ahorita está en un estado maniático. No sé si es posible lograr internarlo para que reciba cuidado médico. En algún momento puede ser peligroso. Okay.
Espere, señor. Yes, Your Honor. My son was currently living at my place. There's another two people that live there. I wanted to know if there would be a possibility that maybe he could be put in a place, if he could be admitted to a place where he could receive help.
All right. I can't have him admitted to anywhere. This is just his first appearance, and I need to talk a little bit about his release conditions.
Yo no puedo internarlo a él en ningún lugar en este momento. Esta es simplemente la vista de primera instancia. Necesito hablar de las condiciones de su libertad primero.
As the victim, you can communicate with the state attorney's office.
Como la víctima, usted puede comunicarse con la fiscalía.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, and let me talk to Mr. Escobar. Just a reminder, you have an attorney. You don't need to say anything. Your statements can be used against you.
Y señor Escobar, usted tiene un abogado, no tiene que decir nada porque todo lo que diga puede ser usado en su contra en este momento.
Mr. Escobar, the defendant, corrections, are you doing mental health pre-trial release?
Yes, Your Honor.
¿Se está haciendo libertad provisional con condiciones mentales? Sí, su señoría.
I'm going to do a $750 bond.
Se fijará una fianza de $750
or mental health pre-trial release if qualifies.
o libertad provisional con condiciones mentales si reúne los requisitos para ello.
And again, I did that as an or, so whichever happens first.
Y las dos son una posible opción, cualquiera de las dos que ocurra primero.
Mr. Escobar, you're to have no contact with your father.
Señor Escobar, se le prohíbe el contacto con su padre.
Okay, Your Honor.
The only exception is to mail a rent check to him timely.
Okay.
La única excepción es que puede enviarle por correo a él los cheques de la renta cuando los deba pagar.
But you cannot call him, text him, email him, or have any other third-party contact.
No puede llamarlo, no puede enviarle mensaje de texto y no puede comunicarse con él a través de ningún tercero.
You need to take all of your medications,
Debe tomar todos sus medicamentos
and you're not to possess any weapons.
y se le prohíbe la tenencia de ningún tipo de arma.
If you possess any weapons, they need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release.
Si usted posee algún arma, debe entregárselas al Departamento de Policía dentro de un plazo 24 hours, Your Honor.
Within 4 hours.
Dentro de 4 horas del momento en que quede en libertad.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Escobar. Thank you.
Gracias, señor.
Quiero agregar algo, Your Honor. ¿Es posible?
I'd like to add something if it's possible, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Ok, mi hijo está usando drogas todos los días. No sé si se está tomando sus medicamentos. Se toma medicamentos para depresión, para la bipolaridad, para la ansiedad.
Espere, señor.
Okay.
My son has been using drugs every day, and I don't know if he's taking his medication. He takes medication for depression, for anxiety, for OCD, for bipolar disorder.
All right, Mr. Escobar, the victim, I've already ordered that he has to take his prescribed medications.
Señor Escobar, ya he ordenado que él tiene que tomarse sus medicamentos.
And Mr. Escobar, the defendant, I'm also ordering that you not use any illegal drugs or alcohol.
Y también se le prohíbe el uso de ningún tipo de alcohol ni de droga ilícita.
Thank you. The case is over.
Quiero agregar algo más. Quiero agregar
I'd
algo
like
más.
to add something else.
I'm sorry, Mr. Escobar. I've considered what you said and the history. Thank you, Mr. Escobar.
Lo siento, señor Escobar, ya he tomado todo en cuenta.
Go back to you.
Your Honor, may the interpreter get the case number, please?
Yeah, Mr. Escobar's case number was 2020 MM 3299 AO.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you again, sir. Offline with the interpreter. All right, sorry for the disconnect. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you Mr. Robert Martin Allman?
Yes, ma'am. That's me.
Do you want a public defender to help you with your case, sir?
I don't know. I haven't been able to reach out to any attorneys yet, so I just don't know what the plan is right now.
So I'll temporarily appoint one in case number 2020 CF 5579. Sir, you were arrested for a charge of possession of a controlled substance, specifically crack cocaine. You are I'll put you on pretrial release or a $100 bond in the alternative. You can pick which one you want, okay?
Okay.
I find probable cause.
I don't quite understand what the $100 bond is.
Okay, that's the money you would need to post. If you can't afford it, you can do pretrial release program.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the next 4 people will not be appearing, but I'm gonna start with the first one. Alicia Marcus, refuse.
Alicia Marcus, 2020 MM 3300. I'll temporarily appoint the public defender. Is the victim Ray Jones present?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to find that the defendant has waived her appearance. I will temporarily appoint the public defender. Based on these facts, state any objection to me setting a bond with conditions?
No, Your Honor.
Based on her criminal history, I'm setting bond at $2,500. No contact with the victim, Ray Jones. Maintain separate residence. 1 return with police officer. And not to possess any weapons. Any weapons need to be surrendered to law enforcement within 4 business days. Defense, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, she does qualify for pretrial.
Thank you for putting that on record, denying that request.
The next person, Conchita Sanchez, mental health.
Okay. I'll appoint a public defender in all of these cases. She has 2018 CF 14662. I'll stay the bonds as listed. And defense, she's also out on 2017 CF 1271900 pending competency. Do you want me to take no action?
Yes, Your Honor, no action.
State any objection.
Objection.
No action on the 17 case. Okay, who's next, Ms. T?
Your Honor.
Gary Cornell, mental health.
Your Honor, she also has 2 additional FADs, detainers.
Okay, give me just a moment. Do you have the case numbers on this?
The first one is 2019 MM005289AO. The second one.
I'll take no action on that matter.
The second one is 2019 MM001089AO.
What's the charge?
Possession of drug paraphernalia.
I'll take no action on that. Any other charges?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And that ends Cressida Sanchez's cases. The next person is Gary Cornell. What were you saying, Ms. T?
Mental health. For Cornell.
Okay, on Mr. Cornell's case, I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender to help him. He does have a bond. I'll stay that bond and I find probable cause.
Okay, the next person is Ray Lamar, mental health.
All right, on Mr. Lamar's cases, I think there's 5 or 6 of them. I find probable cause in the new case, 2020 MM 3302. In that matter, I will stay the bond, no return, and I will take no action on all of his other cases, which includes 19 MM 9713, 20 MM 2719, and 20 MM 1306 AO. Public defenders are appointed across the board.
Your Honor, he also has 4 additional first appearance detainers.
Okay, is that? Okay, PDs. He has cases that have been going on since. Yes, ma'am.
19 MM 8385, 19 MO 1983, 2000 MM 2701, 2000 MO 43AO.
So I know he has older cases, PDs. I know in my division when I've seen him before, which I think I have either in a trial division or at the BRC, some of the PDs wanted him held so he can get evaluated. Do you know where he's at with his evaluations?
Yes. Your Honor, he was evaluated to be incompetent to proceed in 18 MM 10258, and that was on February 18th, 2019.
So that evaluation still, we do need a new one done.
And I believe that attorneys are working on getting a more recent evaluation.
Okay, I'm going to no action on the other the other detainers. Thank you for letting me know all that. All right, anybody else, Ms. T, on the waivers?
That's it. I have one after her, but I'll wait.
Okay. Good morning. Are you Anna Sears?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thanks for waiting. You're here in case number 2020 MM 333 for a charge of trespass in a conveyance. State, I don't know how she had any way of knowing some of the situation. I don't find probable cause. Ma'am, do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
I don't even know what happened.
Okay, just slow it down a little bit. Do you want a lawyer to help you?
Yeah.
You're in jail. This is a criminal charge. I'm going to appoint a public defender. They're sitting in the courtroom with me, so they can assist you with your case in the future. And now, state what's your position on no PC. Am I missing something?
We get 24 hours to supplement, Your Honor.
And in the meantime, she has no criminal history. Any objection to me, well, she does have a little bit. Any objection to me releasing her on pretrial release?
I think if she's released, they don't call the supplement.
Excuse me, they don't what?
I'm not sure that the supplement is called back up once she's released?
It wouldn't be, but she would be released. I find no PC, which I know I'm kind of doing that backwards, but you still have an opportunity to make a filing decision. Any objection?
No, we'll just request 24 hours.
Okay. Corrections, will she qualify for pretrial release?
We weren't able to verify her information, but if you court order it, we can release her on pretrial.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. That means you can leave without posting any monetary bond right away. If you don't want to do that, I'll do a $100 bond in the alternative. We don't need to call it back up. I don't find probable cause, and the state needs to make a filing decision. Once you get out, your attorney can explain all that to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you. And again, you were arrested for trespass and a conveyance.
Your Honor, the next person on the docket, Randall Thompson, refuse.
Okay. Does he have reporting requirements as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to temporarily appoint a public defender. I'll find that he's waived his appearance. I'll go ahead and stay both of these bonds, but I do need him reset for tomorrow to go with his reporting requirements. Sir, what's your name?
Maqsood Rahman.
Is your last name spelled R-A-H-M-A-N?
Yes.
Sir, you've formally been charged with the offense of open container. Any objection to a time served offer with a withhold?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, this is Rahman.
Yes.
I already conveyed adjudication of guilt, 49 days with 49 days credit time served, court cost, and there is no cost of investigation.
But if the court is offering a withhold offer, you will plead to the court.
Yeah, I'm going to do the withhold just based on the amount of time and the nature of the offense. Sir, the offer is a time-served offer. I can go over a plea with you now, and that means you would be released on this case. Your attorneys are present in the courtroom. Do you need to talk to them?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you plead guilty, no contest, or not guilty to the charge of open container?
No contest.
And did anybody force you to say no contest? I can't hear you.
No.
Do you understand what no contest means?
Yeah, it's like not.
As long as you understand what it
It's
means.
like kind of
we need to
guilty. It's saying kind of guilty. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation by pleading to this charge?
Yes.
Do you also understand that if you were on probation at the time you committed this offense, by pleading today, your probation would be violated?
Yes. Okay.
Do you need to ask your lawyers any questions?
No. Is this the only charge? Am I gonna be held for anything else?
Pre-trial, is there anything else holding him?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, this is the only thing holding you, so you'll be released today. So, sir, with your counsels, I do find you entered a plea of no contest. I'll withhold adjudication, impose a time-served sentence of 49 days. You do owe your lawyer's fees and your court cost. That amount is going to be on your paperwork, and I'll give you until June 1st of 2021 to make payment. Mr. Rahman, you have been sentenced. You shall be released, and you have 30 days to appeal. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Jacarius Costin.
2020 CT 2717AO. State, did you make an offer in this case?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The court's offer is an adjudication time served of 11 days, but it is affiliated with a felony offense, 2020 CF 5139.
Honor, is this Mr. Costin?
Yes.
If he would like to resolve his case today, he can.
Sir, the offer for today, and I know you're being held on a felony case, but it would resolve just the misdemeanor, driving with license suspended charge. The offer is an adjudication, time served, and you would owe court costs. Do you need more time to speak with your attorney?
And Your Honor, can I also advise him If he received 3 driving while license suspended within 5 years, it will be suspended for 5 years.
Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want time to talk to your attorney?
When today?
I can do it here with her present, but if you need to have a attorney-client privilege conversation, your attorney will need to make arrangements to come visit you at the jail. Do you want him to plea with the open felony that puts him behind the wheel?
It's the grand theft.
It's a grand theft auto. I may have missed it or misunderstood that, but do you want him to plea?
I mean, I would advise him to just plead not guilty since he does have a felony open case.
So your attorney is saying plea not guilty today. Is that okay with you?
So if I plead not guilty, so I'm not pleading to the charge.
That's correct, and you still have your felony charge, and I'm not addressing that today. But even if you pled today, you'd still be in jail on that felony. So you're gaining.
I want to know, did the state even pick up charges? Because
They did pick up charges on this. That's why you're in front of me again.
I'm talking about the felony case, ma'am.
They have time on that, sir. So it sounds like you still need time to talk to your attorney.
Yes.
I'll enter a plea of not guilty on this misdemeanor case, and they can consult with you on all of your cases. Good luck to you, sir. Court dates.
Case remaining, Division 82. Pretrial is July the 6th at 10:30, courtroom 10B.
Okay, state and PDs, I'm going to be doing some of the writs, so you're going to have a little.
So he's good, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Francisco Jose Acevedo Ortiz.
Sir, you're here for a domestic relations case. 16-11088 is the case number. I'm going to go ahead and release you. Okay. And you do have a next court date of June 9th at 10:30. Okay. This will be on the written order.
All right.
At 10:30, rather.
10:30. Well, I'm sorry. Said that date again. I'm so sorry.
June 9th.
June
It will be
9th.
on your paperwork.
All right.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what's your name?
DeAndre Meredith.
Mr. Meredith, you're here for domestic relations case number 15-13773.
Domestic.
You were picked up for a child support writ. I'm going to go ahead and release you. You have to appear for a telephonic hearing. I'm sorry, give me a moment. For a telephonic hearing on June 9th at 11 a.m. You'll get paperwork on this when you're released. Good luck to you, sir. You know what? Hold on, stand by. And then it says you're on the telephone. You know something.
That's why the Judge Carter saw that too. That's why that you would have another notice in that she was.
Your name, please. Yeah, we're done with your case. Thank you. Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning, Dietrich Robbins.
On those other two, let me pull them so I can write it in. What's your name again?
Dietrich J. Robbins.
Okay, sir, you're here for case number 2015-2905, Mr. Robbins.
Yes.
And that was for a child support writ.
Yes, ma'am.
Your next hearing, I'm going to release you on that child support writ. You need to appear by telephone. It's going to be attached to your paperwork, the order and the instructions.
Yes, ma'am.
And your next court date is on June 9th at 1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I see that. And then you're also here for a warrant out of Hillsborough County. That's case number 2004 DR 7161. You do have a bond in that case. It's $185.87. So you post that bond, you'll be released on that Hillsborough County case, and then you have to pay your Orange County court case. Make sure you appear telephonically. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Do you want me to write any items?
Yeah.
What you need me to do? Back up, move to the left.
Sir, what's your name?
Calvin Wells.
Mr. Wells, thanks for your patience. You're here for domestic relations case 1997-14691. I'm going to release you on your writ, but you do have to appear by telephone on June 9th at 11:30. This is going to be attached to your paperwork. And then you also have a another case. No, I'm sorry. That's all you have. So you'll be released without having to post any money, but you do have to appear for your next court date. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Okay, that's it for the domestic relations cases, not the DVs, though. Sir, what's your name?
Eric Dean.
Give me just a moment, Mr. Dean. Mr. Dean, you're here for felony charges. Do you want a public defender to help you with your cases, your charges? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, sir. 2019 CF 14249. You were arrested for charges of kidnapping with a firearm. Count 2, kidnapping, domestic violence. Count 3, aggravated assault with a firearm. Count 4, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Count 5, false imprisonment, domestic violence related. And 2 final counts of battery, domestic violence. You are entitled to monetary bond as to some of these. You do have a lawyer. I'll hear from them. And state what's your position on monetary bonds.
We ask that he be held on no bond on the kidnapping with a firearm, Your Honor.
Okay, but what about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7?
Those we ask the court to set a bond in line with the bond schedule.
Okay. Defense, anything else I need to consider?
Your Honor, in regards to the PBL, we defer the matter to the court. But Your Honor, in regards to the 2 battery domestic violence charges, we ask the court to set a bond at $500, and for the aggravated assault and battery, to set the bond at $2,500.
Okay. Sir, I'm going to continue to hold you at no bond status on count 1. On count 2, I'm going to set your bond at $15,000. On count 3, $250. On count 4, I'm sorry, strike that. On count 3, $2,500. Strike that. Count 2, $15,000. Count 3, 4, and 5, $2,500 apiece. On count 6 and 7, $500 apiece. Sir, I'm also going to give you conditions of your release. You're to have no contact whatsoever with the victim, Roberta Peters. You must maintain a separate residence. You can't go to where she lives, works, or is known to frequent. Additionally, you're not allowed to have any weapons. If you own any weapons like brass knuckles or firearms, they do need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release from county jail. Thank you, Mr. Dean. Yes.
They count one state.
None. Corrections, was Ms. Peters present?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just wanted to double check. Thank you.
But the next person at the podium, their victim is here.
And that's Jasenia Greenaway?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, case number 2020 CF 5554. Are you Ms. Greenaway?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Can't afford one.
Okay, do you want a public defender?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender. Is David Roll present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Roll, go ahead, raise your right hand. I'll have you sworn in.
You swear upon the testimony shall give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Roll, how do you know Ms. Greenaway?
It's my girlfriend for almost
Are
a
you-
year.
Before she was arrested, were you living together?
Yes.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
Do you want her to return home?
Yes.
State, any questions?
Not at this time, Your Honor, but related to the nature of the facts in the affidavit and that there were third-party witnesses who observed the actions, we would ask for no contact.
You're asking for no contact? Okay. Defense, do you have any questions for Mr. Rawl?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Greenaway, can you afford a $1,500 bond?
Full $1,500?
Yeah, so if you used a bonds person, you would need to post $150. Is that too much for you?
No, it's not too much, but can I say something else?
You advise her not to speak about the facts of the case.
So I'm not sure if you could hear your lawyers, but she's advising you not to say anything about the facts of the case. I have read them, but they're telling you not to say anything.
No, I just have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm trying to figure out because they're saying like I can't return back to the home, but I'm the only person that's paying bills there, and my grandma lives there as well. So like
I'm gonna lift that right now.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna do $1,500 bond or pretrial release. That's up to you. You're to have no hostile contact with David Rule. That means you can't do anything to harm him, scare him, or hurt him. You're not supposed to have any weapons as a condition of your release. Any weapons need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release. Mr. Rawl, do you have any questions about?
Yes, Your Honor. Like, she's not a violent person at all. You know, it's just like a really heat of the moment kind of thing. And as far as the no contact thing goes,
I lifted that. I did no hostile contact. She just can't do anything hostile towards you.
yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Any questions, Ms. Greenaway?
I just want the same thing that was said to me, also to him. You know, no hostile contact.
Well, good luck to both. I can't place an order on him. He's not the defendant in this case. Good luck to you, Ms. Greenaway. Thank you. Sir, what's your name?
Artrell Maines.
Corrections, is the victim Megan Nettles present?
No, Your Honor.
And I see that he's on probation. Is that an Orange County court case?
No, ma'am.
It's Volusia, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, I do need to advise you that Volusia County may have a hold on you for this. You just violated your probation. You may not want to say anything else. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes.
I'll appoint a public defender in 2020 CF 553280. Sir, you were arrested for a charge of battery by strangulation. I do find probable cause. You are entitled to a monetary bond in this case. Defense, do you want to be heard?
We ask for the court to set bond at $1,500.
All right. Sir, based on the fact that you're already on probation for a violent offense, considering your criminal history and the request of your defense attorney, I'm setting bond at $15,000 with the condition that you have no contact with Megan Nettles. You're not to go to where she lives, works, or is known to frequent. You must maintain a separate residence. And you're not allowed to have any weapons. If you do own any weapons, they do need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release. Volusia County may do a violation of probation.
15,000.
15,000. Thank you, sir. In defense, he additionally has a warrant out of Georgia for failure to appear. That's another consideration. Sir, what's your name?
Trevor Peterson.
Mr. Pearson, thanks for your patience. You're here for case number 2020 CF 5320. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case, Mr. Peterson?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender. Is Tatiana Peterson present, corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. State Defense, I don't know if there's a Scrivener's error in, well, there is. There is a Scrivener's error on this warrant. The count 2, it's the numbers 3, the statute number was put in for burglary of an occupied structure. However, all of the language include in the arrest warrant and affidavit support burglary with an assault or battery therein.
Excuse me.
Hold on, I'm talking to your attorneys. Of course, you're welcome to listen, and then I'll give you a chance to be heard. But just a reminder, and I think your attorneys will reiterate this, all of your statements are being recorded and can be used against you.
Yes,
State.
Yes, Your Honor. There are facts in the affidavit that he kicked open the door to gain entry and then did commit a battery therein.
No, I'm saying, but so how do you want me to proceed? You want me to set a bond? Do you need time to perfect the Scrivener's error since it would be in PBL?
If we could have time to correct the Scrivener's error, Your Honor.
Defense.
Can I speak? Or no?
Let me have a moment.
Yeah.
Your Honor, in regards to the PBL, we just defer the matter to the court.
Okay. So on count 1, 3, 4, 5, I do find probable cause. I'm going to set monetary bond on those counts. On count 1, I'm setting bond at $500. On count 3, $1,500. On counts 4, $150, and count 5, $100. I'm also ordering no contact with Tatiana Peterson. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow you to go back to, you must maintain a separate residence. You can't go where she lives. You cannot have contact with her even for the purpose of the kids.
Yes, ma'am.
You're also not allowed to have any weapons. If you do own any weapons, they do need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release. On count 2, I find no probable cause. State to clarify and get a new, get that amended. Okay?
So we have a 24 hours with it reheard tomorrow?
Yes, to fix the probable cause issue as to whether it's a burglary of an occupied structure or burglary with assault or battery therein.
Your Honor, was count 2 remaining at no bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait.
Thank you.
We're going to bring you back tomorrow if so the state can have that Scrivener's error fixed.
Excuse me, ma'am. The address that the incident occurred at, I've been living there over a year. I received mail there. And also in the police report, if you look and see, ma'am, it should be in the report when they did their investigation. No door was never kicked or anything like that, ma'am. There was never a door kicked, and I also lived there. So
Your Honor, I would advise him not to speak about the facts of the case.
Sir, your attorney has advised you not to speak about the facts of the case. So all of your statements are being recorded. Thank you for letting me know that. If you need to pick up some belongings once you bond out, I'll give you a one-time return as long as you're accompanied by a police officer.
Okay, one more question. So as of now, it says count 1 has 500, 1,500. On those counts, if I was to bond out, I can't leave because of count 2 today, or can I leave today?
That's correct. You cannot leave today. They'll bring you back tomorrow. Thank you, sir. Just state and defense, just to clear that up, there is probable cause for the burglary of an occupied structure, and he would have a bond on that. But there's just that on the affidavit.
To be held just for the 24 hours while we're getting.
If you want to talk about it after court, I can, okay. I'll keep that paperwork aside. Rico Gandy, are you Mr. Gandy?
Yes, ma'am. Rico Allen Gandy Sr., ma'am.
All right, Mr. Gandy, I'm going to talk to you about your cases. Do you want a public defender to help you? That's a lawyer.
Yes, ma'am.
You were arrested in case number 20MM339AO for a charge of battery, domestic violence, and I do find that there's probable cause for that. Is Miss Gandy present?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And then you're also here because you were out on bond in case number 2020-CF1855AO for failure to report as a sex offender. State defense, do you want to be heard?
Your Honor, we just ask for the court to take no action on the out of bond case.
State?
Defer the court.
All right, in the violation of domestic violence injunction, I'm setting your bond at $2,500. Sir, you're ordered not to have any contact with the victim. You must abide by all conditions of the injunction. You can't return to where she lives, and you're not to possess any weapons. If you do own any weapons, they do need to be surrendered to the police department within, they need to be surrendered within 4 hours of your release from jail. I am going to revoke your release in case number 2020-CF1855AO. In that case, I will give you a new bond. It'll be $500, and you need to report to sex offender probation and leave your address. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
The next person is Amanda Gordills. How do you pronounce your last name, ma'am?
Gordills.
Miss Gordills, do you want a public defender to help you with your criminal case? That's a lawyer.
Yes.
Okay. In case number 2020-MM203, you were arrested for battery, and I do find that there's probable cause for the defense. Is Zachary Wells present?
No, Your Honor.
All right. In this matter, I'm going to set your bond at $500.
The court consider PTR?
State, what's your position on that? I'm going to order no contact.
Okay, agree with PTR.
Okay. Do you want PTR or do you want to post a monetary bond?
I'm not really sure what that means.
I'm going to give you both options. I'll set your bond at $100 or PTR. It's entirely up to you. But the conditions remain the same. You're to have no contact with Zachary Wells. That means you cannot contact him even for the purposes of your children. You'll sign a paper as to that. You need to maintain a separate residence. You're not allowed to go back to that home. I'll allow a one-time return as long as you're accompanied by a police officer. You collect your belongings and then you can leave. And you're not to have any weapons. If you own any weapons, they need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sir, what's your name?
Rashid Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, you're here in case number 2020-MM201AA. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes.
Okay, that's a lawyer. I'll appoint a lawyer to help you with your case. Is Carla Charlton present?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I do find probable cause for the charge of battery. Based on your criminal history and the facts of this case, I'm setting your bond, Mr. Jackson, at $1,500. You're to have no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence. I'll do a one-time return. You're not to own any weapons. Weapons to be surrendered within 4 hours of your release. Mr. Jackson, do you have any questions?
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Are you Miss Taylor Law?
Yes, ma'am.
You're here for case number 2020-MM3322. I find probable cause for the charge of battery domestic violence. Miss Law, do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender. Is Miss Velez present?
No, Your Honor.
All right, she has no history and objection state to pretrial release.
Objection, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. You're to have no contact with Miss Velez. You need to live separately. You cannot return to where she's living. I will give you a one-time exception. You contact the police department. They'll accompany you to your home so you can collect your belongings. After that, you can't return. And you're not allowed to have any weapons. This law, any weapons need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release from jail. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
Yes. If there was no charges, but is it the state that's picking it up?
The state has time to make a decision. They don't have to do it by today.
Okay, and how long does that?
I did find probable cause though, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Can you tell me your name, please?
Nadine Ortiz.
And corrections, is the victim Angeline Rivera also present or nearby?
Yes,
No.
she's in there. She's right here. Right there.
Yeah, she was arrested.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
No, it's fine. All right, I'm going to address both of your cases. I'll appoint a public defender. Do you want a lawyer, Miss Ortiz?
Lawyer?
Miss Ortiz, do you want a lawyer?
No.
And Miss Rivera, do you want a lawyer to help you?
Lawyer or public defender?
A public defender is a lawyer.
What?
If I need it, yes.
Okay, we'll talk about that in just a moment. Let me talk to Miss Rivera first. Miss Rivera, are you afraid of Miss Ortiz?
No.
Were you living together?
No, ma'am.
Do you want to have contact with Miss Ortiz?
Yes, of course.
Okay, and Miss Ortiz, are you afraid of Miss Rivera?
No.
Do you want to have contact with Miss Rivera?
Yes.
Let me take a look. State, I know Miss Rivera qualifies for pretrial release. Any objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
Ms. Rivera, I'm going to put you on pretrial release. You're not allowed to have any weapons. If you do, you need to surrender them within 4 hours of your release. And you're to have no hostile contact with Ms. Ortiz. Corrections, will Ms. Ortiz qualify for pretrial release?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Ortiz, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put you on pretrial release. For both of you, this means that you have to check in by calling in once a month, but you don't have to post any money to leave jail. You're to have no hostile contact with Ms. Rivera. You're not to have any weapons. If you do, they need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release. So you don't want to, I'm going to appoint a public defender just in case there's a hitch and you don't get released from jail. Is that okay with both of you?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Stephen Velez.
Just a minute, Your Honor. He's coming to the podium.
Is there a victim present?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Velez, you're here in case number 2020 MM 3329. Do you want a public defender that's a lawyer to help you with your case?
Ma'am, I've never done this before, so I'm not really educated on how to handle the situation here.
Okay, do you want a lawyer?
First time here. No.
Okay. If you change your mind, let me know.
Sure thing, ma'am.
Corrections, has there been any contact with the victim?
No victim contact was made, Your Honor.
And he has no history?
No, he does not.
Anything from state or defense?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
He qualifies for pretrial release. Do you want him on PTR?
Consider ROR?
I'm going to deny that request.
PTR, Your Honor.
I'll put him on pretrial release. Sir, you're to have no contact with your wife, the victim in this case. You also need to maintain a separate residence. You're not allowed to go to your home. I'll make a one-time exception. You need to be accompanied by a police officer. Additionally, you're not allowed to have any weapons. Any weapons need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours. If you need legal advice, I can see. Are you sure you don't want a public defender so you can consult with them?
Yes, yes. And I also spoke to my mother this morning, and she told me that my wife has left the house. So Is it the lease is
You're
on
not allowed to live there if she's living there.
Yeah, she's not.
And I don't know if there's a way to verify that. So it's on you. If you see her, you go the other way. You're to have no contact whatsoever. You need to live separately from her.
Right.
And you cannot return there until the officers have verified that there's nobody else living there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll appoint the public defender. And I did ask you earlier on your position. I looked at.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Jesse Earl is next. Is Dorothy Baker present?
No, you don't.
Mr. Williams. Okay, Mr. Williams, you're here for case number 2020 MM3327. I'm going to appoint a public defender to help you with your case. You were arrested for a charge of battery, domestic violence, and I do find probable cause. Sir, based on your criminal history, I'm going to set bond at $1,000. I'm ordering no contact with Dorothy Baker. You need to maintain a separate residence. You can't go back to where she lives. I'll allow for the one-time exception. As long as you're accompanied by a police officer, you can collect some of your belongings. Any weapons need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours because there's a no weapons order. Thank you, Mr. Williams. The next person is Alexander.
Yes, ma'am.
2020 CF 5583AO. Sir, you're here for an add-on charge. You're here for a couple different cases. Do you want a public defender to help you with all of them?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, let me start with your new offenses. Case number 2020 CF 5583 and 5511. You were arrested for grand theft third degree, count 2, possession of methamphetamines, and count 3, resisting officer without violence. I find probable cause. I'll stay those bonds. In 20 CF 5583 for the charge of introduction of contraband into the detention center, I'll modify that bond to $150. You're already out on bond for charges of possession of a controlled substance and driving with license suspended. That case number is 2019 CF 16702AO. I'm revoking your release and holding you at no bond. Thank you, sir. Sir, what's your name?
Brian Burton.
Mr. Burton, you have a number of cases that I need to address. Do you want a public defender that's a lawyer to help you with your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
State defense is the one that I referenced with everybody present before.
Your Honor, we would ask in these cases for 24 hours to supplement. It's clear the police has determined what belongs to whom that was taken, but it
Well,
is.
it's not clear. That's why there's no PC on some of them, but there is PC on a couple of them. So how about I go through them case by case, and then I'll tell you whether there's PC or not, and then I'll give you the 24 hours.
I was just going to say, I don't think they've reflected it in the records, and so ask for 24 hours to supplement the record.
Okay, but I have to keep a record of what's going on, and this will help the clerk in corrections.
Okay.
And defense, pipe in if you have anything to add. All right. Case number 2020 CF 5567. Defendant, you were arrested for burglary of a unoccupied conveyance. In that matter, I do find probable cause for the offense that occurred at the 2100 address. I'm going to stay that bond at $3,500. In case number 2020 CF 5572, you were arrested for burglary of an unoccupied structure as well as petty theft. I do find probable cause for both of those. They occurred at the Piedmont Oaks address. I'm going to modify your bond on count 1 to $1,500. Stay the bond on count 2 at $100. In the remaining cases, which include case 2020 CF 5527, 5528, 5529, 5530, and 5531, I find no probable cause. In the meantime, I'll stay the bond, giving the state 24 hours to perfect probable cause. And on the court minutes, can you put down duplicative narrative, or just the narrative's the same?
Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release.
I'm going to deny that request at the time. You could revisit it, but I'll keep his monetary bonds. I have another one that's going to be like that down the line. Sir, what's your name?
Elia Castillos.
Mr. Castillas, you're here for two different cases. Corrections, in the meantime, is he on probation in Orange or?
Let me verify that for you. Give me one moment, Judge.
Your Honor, is for Seminole.
Okay, he's actually, the officers have done an on-view on that. Sir, do you want a public defender to help you with your Orange County cases and your transport issues?
Yes. I have paperwork stating that I was cleared for probation. I have my PO in New York that clarified and sent the letter up towards this way, stating that my VOP was cleared and I was cleared from it. Before she released me, she said there was nothing and I was clear.
Your Honor, it looks like he's on probation in Orange and Seminole.
Yes, they was both running concurrent. I transferred them both to New York.
Do you have the Orange County case number?
1700885.
All right, sir, you're here for a charge of possession of methamphetamines. I do find probable cause for that offense. You are entitled to a monetary bond. I'll stay the bond at $1,000. Sir, I'm also finding, and I'm going to do an on-view, you are on probation in case number 2017 CF885AO. I'm going to hold you at no bond status on that. 885AO. And then you're also here for a warrant out of Seminole County in 162781 CFB. Possession of a controlled substance, and you're being held at no bond status on that as well. Defense, I did message over to Seminole County to see if they have any objection to modifying that. Okay, thank you. Sir, what's your name?
Christopher Clark.
Okay, these ones are similar. I'm going to just put them in case order by number. Give me just a moment, Mr. Clark.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, do you want a lawyer to help you with your cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender in all of these cases. Case number 2020 CF5533. I find no probable cause because it's duplicative. State, do you want 24 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
Case number 2020 CF5534, no probable cause. Case number 2020 CF5536, no probable cause. Case number 2020 CF5537, no probable cause for burglary of an unoccupied conveyance. In case number 2020 CF5538AO, I do find probable cause for the charge of burglary of an unoccupied conveyance. I will stay that bond, no return to the scene of the crime. In case number 2020 CF1165AO, I find probable cause. I'll modify that bond to $1,500. In case number 2020 CF5573, I find probable cause for petty theft and burglary. I'll modify that bond to $1,500 on count 1. Stay the bond on count 2. No return to any scenes of the crime. You do have bonds in all these cases, but state also has 24 hours to perfect probable cause. If you have any questions, your attorney can explain that to you after court. Good luck to you, Mr. Clark.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, the next person on the docket, Slade Clay Behavior.
All right, I'll appoint a public defender. There is probable cause based on the warrants, and He was arrested for 4 counts, stay all the bonds. And where's his VOP, Orange County? Give me a moment to find his VOP as well.
It's Orange County, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court is making a finding that in case number 19 CF 6007, the defendant was placed on probation back in October of 2019. And these burglaries were alleged to have occurred in November and February of this year. No, I'm sorry, strike that. Well, it was alleged to have occurred after the fact, so I'm going to do an on-view violation and hold him at no bond in that case, but I am appointing a public defender. Sir, what's your name?
Gabriel Garcia Cortazar.
Mr. Cortazar, you're here in case number 2020 CF 558080. You were arrested for an offense of neglect of a child. Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
I do find probable cause. I'm going to stay your bond at $1,000. You're to have no unsupervised contact with any minor children. Do you have children of your own that you need to have contact with?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else, state or defense?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
So you do have a public defender. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Your Honor, the next person on the docket, Daniel Dean, bonded.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon,
Thank you. Sir, what's your name?
Mr. Emil Malafe.
Sir, I'm going to have both of these cases. Well, let me address it. Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
In case number 2020 CF 556080, sir, you were arrested for fleeing and attempting to elude a police officer. State, I have no probable cause.
I could ask the court to look at the second paragraph down when after they initiated the emergency light on, the vehicle was, driving north on one street, then went to another street. And I think the facts are kind of limited, but you could tell he's driving north on one street, then he goes to another street.
I mean, is that 2 blocks? Like, I don't know. You're asking.
And then on the Sean Harvey case, it clarifies that he failed to stop, and then eventually they all.
Can you approach with that affidavit?
Can I? I'm sorry. I thought I could speak. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Can you approach with the affidavit for the co-defendant?
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know if this is 1 block or 2 blocks or 3 miles. It's just, and it doesn't say that he was. But there's also.
He goes down one street, turns another street.
Ask if defense wants to stipulate to probable cause. Defense, what's your position on probable cause? Do you want me to make the finding and give him a bond, or? Because the other issue is he's going to be held at no bond status.
Your Honor, I will stipulate to PC. Will the court consider releasing him RR?
Okay, put down defense stipulates to probable cause for the fleeing and attempting to elude. I'll give him a bond of $100 on that. Defense, he's also out on bond in case number 20 CF 28580. I'll appoint a public defender in that case, and an information has been filed for carrying a concealed weapon.
Your Honor, I would ask for the court to take no action.
Okay.
Defer to the court's discretion.
I'll give him a new bond of $5,000. Yes, ma'am. All right, so your total bond is $5,100. Sir, tell me your name, please.
Stephen Garmany.
Mr. Garmy, you're here in case number 2020 CF 5521AO. Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender. Probable cause has been found for failure to report email address as a sex offender. You are entitled to a monetary bond. I'll set your bond at $1,500 in that matter. And you do have reporting requirements that you do need to comply with. Corrections, on my face sheet, I see also a fleeing and attempting to elude, but I don't have that affidavit. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct, Your Honor. He already went to initial appearance on that yesterday.
Okay, thank you. Jeremy Hardenbeckham.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you, sir? Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint a public defender. Sir, you were arrested for possession of fentanyl, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of cannabis. I do find that there's probable cause. I'm appointing the public defender. Then you also have a charge of no motor vehicle registration. I find probable cause for that. How long have you been living in Orlando or the surrounding area?
Ma'am, I just got here like 3 days, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
Okay. So you do have a bond in all of these cases. I can't resolve the cases with the felony drugs, but I can resolve the no motor vehicle registration. The offer would be a withhold and court costs, and I'd give you a year to pay the court costs. Do you want to plead to the no motor vehicle registration? Or if you don't know, I'll just release you ROR on that.
I couldn't understand what you said about
Okay.
the motor vehicle.
All right. I'm going to give you time to talk to your attorney after court. I'll ROR him on the no motor vehicle registration, stay all the remaining bonds for his lack of ties to the community.
I am going to get the car registered down here.
Okay,
maybe for-
that'll give you time. You just need to post bond on your felony cases.
Okay.
Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Sir, what's your name?
Sean Harvey.
Mr. Harvey, do you want a public defender to help you with your cases?
For no, where can I get a public defender?
What are you looking?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Defense, does Philippe Francois work at your office? I can't read.
Who?
The last name Franca or France? First name Philippe. Does he work at your office?
I don't know.
Let me check this.
Are you speaking about the out of bond case?
Yes, ma'am.
Private attorney.
What? Oh, he has a private attorney? Oh, okay, thank you. So, sir, you're already out on bond on cases. And do you want me to appoint a public defender for your new cases?
Yes, yes.
All right, I'll appoint a public defender in 2020 CF 5561. You were arrested for possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver. You were also arrested for resisting officer without violence. I do find probable cause for both of those offenses. I'm going to stay those bonds. Because you're already out on bond, pending trial and arraignment, I'm going to revoke your release in 2020 CF 2276AO. You'll be held at no bond status, Mr. Harvey. Get in touch with Mr. Cohen's office and let him know. Thank you. Sean Hill's next. Are you Mr. Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hill, you're here for a charge of burglary of a structure and petty theft. I do find that there's probable cause. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Please.
State any objection to me lowering his bonds? He is above average, but,
I'll defer to the court.
okay, on count one, I'll modify his bond to $2,500. Stay the bond on count two. No return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any witnesses or victims. Thank you, sir. Your total bond is $2,600.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Hill. Sir, what's your name?
Moses James.
I'm sorry, what is it?
Moses James.
Sir, you have a number of cases. You already have a public defender in the case that's pending trial. Do you want a public defender for your new cases?
Yes, I guess, yes.
Sir, in case number 2020 CF 4465, you're here pursuant to an arrest warrant for petty theft with 2 priors, and that bond is $5,000. I'll go ahead and stay that bond. In case number 2020 CF 5545, you were arrested for another charge of petty theft with 2 priors. No return to the Dollar General. Stay that bond at $1,000. It did. And then in case number 2020 CF 299580, you were already out on release for petty theft with 2 priors and resisting officer without violence. Based on the ongoing offenses, I'm going to revoke your release and hold you at no bond status, sir. Good luck to you. Next person is Jason Johnson.
How you doing?
Good morning. Are you Mr. Johnson?
How you doing, young?
I'm well, thank you. Mr. Johnson, let me go over all of your cases and then your detainers. I'll start with your new cases. Do you want a public defender to help you with all of them?
Yes, ma'am.
In case 2020 CF 556380, you were arrested for possession of MDMA, resisting officer without violence, and petty theft. I find probable cause. I'll stay those bonds. In case number 20 CT 29280, you were arrested for driving with license suspended. I find probable cause. I'll set that bond at $100. So that is a modification. Then you're already out on bond. State what's your position on the 4 out on bond cases. Want me to revoke them or take no action? And what about the VOP? What?
I'll defer to the court.
Okay. Defense?
And Your Honor, we ask for the court to take no action, but if the court decides to revoke the bonds, to reset it at 500.
Okay. So let me start with the oldest case. He's on probation in case number 2019 MM607780. I'm going to do an on-view violation of probation and hold him at no bond status. Then in case number 2020 CF 4126AO. That's been no info, so I'm sorry, strike that. 2026. I'm sorry, it was not no info. I had a typo. This is his second one on that. So on 2020 CF 46280, I'll set a new bond at $2,500. This is 6-2. I'm sorry, you know me, I transverse my numbers. No, I gave him a new bond, 2,500.
You got one of the two of the charges was dropped already.
I'm checking. 2020 CT 22840. No valid DL. On that case, March. I'll take no action unless you want me to so we can get gain time. I can do a $1 bond. I know that or $100.
$1 bond.
What?
Can you do a $1 bond?
Yeah, I'll do a $1 bond in case number 2020 CT 2284. And then I'll look at the felony case. The second felony case where he's already out is 2020 CF 364AO. On that, on count one, a revoke his release, set new bond at $2,500 on count one. On count two, $200. Thank you, sir. Antone Latson,
Yes, ma'am.
is that your name?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you're here in case number 2020 CF 5428AO. Do you want a lawyer to help you with that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Does Richard Parker work for the PD's office?
Your Honor, he's a private attorney.
Okay. And then you're already out on bond in case number 19 CF 8084AO. Sir, in the new offense, you were arrested for robbery with a firearm, aggravated assault with a firearm, as well as petty theft. Probable cause has been found. On count one, you'll remain at no bond status. On count two, I'll set your bond at $3,500. And count three, set your bond at $150. You're not to possess any weapons. Weapons need to be surrendered within 6 hours of your release. No contact with any of the victims or witnesses. I'm revoking your release in your felony case. And then you also have a fleeing and attempting to elude in 20 CF 5589AO. I'll set bond at $1,500. Stay the bond on the no valid driver's license. And then in case number 2020 CF 5524AO, you were arrested for burglary of a conveyance, grand theft third degree.
No,
What?
I was never arrested for burglary.
I'm sorry, strike that. Strike the burglary charge, thank you. So, Mr. Latson, I went over your cases. You're at no bond status on one of them, and actually two of them. Thank you. Thank you.
Bond, I'm sorry, on the flee and elude, Your Honor, what's that?
$1,500.
Jeffrey LaFay, are you Mr. LaFay?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. LaFay, you're here for two different cases. Do you want a public defender to help you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender. In 2020 CF 5524, you were arrested for burglary of a conveyance, grand theft third degree, attempted burglary, criminal mischief. In 2020 CF 5575, you were arrested for grand theft of a motor vehicle. I find probable cause to all of these cases and charges, and I'll go ahead and stay the bonds. Thank you.
Your Honor, he also has a couple more things. He also has an additional case, 2020 CF 005594. And
I'm sorry, what was the last number?
5594.
Okay.
It looks He's scheduled for tomorrow on that, and he's also has a first appearance detainer for case number 2019 CF 013868 AO.
Do you got those case numbers? Okay, I'm gonna write them, I wrote them down for you. He'll need to be seen tomorrow on 5594. I don't have an affidavit. I don't know what time he was booked on that, and it's not on my list. 2019 CF 1386 AO. Can you repeat the 2019 case number?
2019 CF 013868 AO.
Okay, sorry, I was missing a number. Okay, so he has regional conflict on that case. Can I see those papers again? For LaFay? I just slid over. Yeah, I gave them to you. I just want to check the dates on this. Thank you. One 8. January 8th. Okay, based on the facts of the new cases, I'm revoking his release in the 2019 case, and I'm going to hold him at no bond status. Thank you, Mr. LaFay. Thank you, corrections. Sir, what's your name?
David Lindor Jr.
Mr. Lindor, do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and appoint them to help you with your case. Give me just a moment with this one.
No problem.
All right, Mr. Lindor, you were arrested for possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver with a firearm, possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams, carrying a concealed firearm, possession of weapon in the commission of a felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting officer without violence. I'll appoint the public defender. I will give you a monetary bond of $10,000 on count 1. And I'll stay the remaining bonds, denying any request for pretrial release based on these facts. You're also ordered not to possess any weapons or any illegal drugs. Thank you, sir. Rebecca Morrison. Are you Ms. Morrison?
Yes.
Ms. Morrison, do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
No.
What?
No.
Okay. Do you know what a public defender is?
Yeah.
Any MH issues, corrections? Are you feeling okay? Do you understand what's going on, ma'am?
Yes.
I do have concerns about what I'm seeing, so I'm going to appoint a public defender. I'm going to appoint a lawyer anyway. I'm going to put you on pretrial release. I find probable cause for the charge of grand theft motor vehicle. You're to have no contact with the owner of the vehicle. Good luck to you, ma'am. You're welcome. Yeah. Sir, what's your name?
Terrence Pugh.
Mr. Pugh, you're here for a charge of fleeing and attempting to elude a police officer. I do find probable cause. Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Sure.
I'll appoint the public defender. Based on the facts of this case and your criminal history, I'll set bond at $2,500.
Will the court consider PTR?
With his history, I'm going to deny that request and the facts of this case. Can you afford a bond of $2,500?
Sure.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, what's your name?
William Rivera.
Corrections, what happened with Christian Ponce?
I'm checking, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to pass on him. Hold that aside. Mr. Rivera, thanks for your patience. You're here pursuant to a probable cause order in case number 2019 CF 15777. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender to help you with your case. I'm ordering that you have no contact with the victim, you not possess any weapons. Any weapons need to be surrendered to the police department within 4 hours of your release. He is entitled to a monetary bond. State, do you want to be heard?
I'll defer to the court's discretion.
Defense?
Your Honor, in regards to the aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, we ask for the court to set a bond at $2,500, and for the burglary of conveyance to set bond at $1,000 and battery for $500.
Corrections, I see that he's on pretrial release. What's that for?
I believe that was an error, Your
A
Honor.
county ordinance violation.
Yes, a county ordinance violation of possession of alcohol and littering. Oh,
Give me just a moment to look at the original warrant on this one. I made a mistake.
Your Honor, I believe that may have been a typo. I don't believe he's on PTR at this time. He got time served on those charges.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up for me. All right. On count one, I'm setting the bond at $5,000. On count two, $150, and count three, $100 with those conditions that he have no contact, no weapons. Good luck to you, Mr. Rivera. And also in Mr. Rivera's case, maintain a separate residence, no return. I just don't know if they've gotten back together. Thank you. What's your name, sir?
Rocky Wayne Rochester.
Sir, you're here for a warrant for burglary of a conveyance, grand theft, third degree, attempted burglary of a conveyance, and criminal mischief. Do you want a public defender to help you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find probable cause. I'm ordering no return to the scene of the crimes, no contact with any victims. I'm going to stay all those bonds. Good luck to you, Mr. Rochester.
Thank you.
Tracy Ronning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you're here in case number 2020 CF 5512. I'll appoint a public defender. You're here for a charge of possession of ammunition by a convicted felon and possession of cannabis. I do find that there's probable cause.
What's that?
I find probable cause for those offenses. And I'm going to stay the bonds as listed. Your total bond is $8,200. Mr. Shine is next.
Hello.
Mr. Shine, I'm going to appoint the public defenders because I do have a probable cause issue in this case, in some of these cases. 2020 CF 5539AO, you were arrested for burglary of an unoccupied conveyance. I find no probable cause. State you want 24 hours to perfect that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And same thing in 2020 CF 5540, no probable cause. In case number 5541, no probable cause. In 5542, no probable cause. In case number 5543, no probable cause. In the next couple of cases, I do find probable cause. That's case number 5566. Sir, you were arrested for burglary of an unoccupied conveyance. I'll stay that bond at $3,500. In case number 2020 CF 5574, you were arrested for another count of burglary and petty theft. I'll modify the bond in count 1 to $1,500. On count 2, I'll stay the bond. Good luck to you, sir. You'll be
Okay.
brought back tomorrow for the probable cause issues.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Shine. Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Yeah, Zachary Brandow.
Does Khalib Robinson work with the PD's office? PD's?
Or speaking about the
Out on bond cases?
It's public defender.
Okay. Sir, do you want to, I'll give you a public defender for your new case. Sir, you're already out on bond for a charge of trespass on property after warning. I'll talk about that in just a moment. And then petty theft with 2 priors. And then you're here for a new charge of trespass on property after warning, and I do find probable cause. That occurred over at Home Depot. State, you filed an information on Mr. Brandau's petty theft in 2020 MM 1609. Do you mind if I make a global offer on that case and the new case?
As I'm not assigned to that one, Your Honor, I would prefer we just make the offer on the case pending today.
Your Honor, if the court is willing to make an offer on the out on bond.
He's already been,
Yeah.
okay. So on the out on bond case, I'll do a adjudication and time served. It looks like he has about 5 days in. Sir, Mr. Brandau, if you would like to resolve your trespass case from February, that's an adjudication time served offer. If you would like to resolve your other case, 2020, that you were arrested for yesterday that occurred at Home Depot, I will do an adjudication 5-day offer. And then on both of them, I'll just do 1 court cost. But you still have your pending felony case. I can't do anything with that, and I'll take no action. Do you want to resolve your 2 trespassing cases?
My felony case. What is that one? If I sign this plea today, what I'm asking is I'm going to be able to go home today because I don't have any other bonds.
On your felony case, it's in front of Judge Beamer and it's set for trial. Right now, we're not doing jury trials. That's set later on this month. I'll take no action on that case.
Okay, so what I'm asking is if I sign the plea that you're offering today, I would still go home.
I didn't tell you what the plea offer is on your new trespass case. The plea offer on your new trespass case is 5 days, so you would have to do a 5-day jail sentence, and then you can go home.
And Your Honor, he currently has 2 days credit time served. Correct?
No, he was just booked in yesterday. Actually, he was booked in the 6th. You're right, he does have 2 days. So he'd have to do 3 more days.
Yeah, I guess.
Sir, I can't have an unwavering answer. Do you want me to, I'm going to ask you some questions, and they need to be yes or no answers or more responsive than I guess. I can't force you to plea, and neither can your attorney. How do you plead to trespass from February? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
Guilty.
And how do you plead to the trespass that occurred on May 6th at Home Depot?
Guilty.
Do you understand what guilty means?
Yes.
Did anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medicine, or do you have any health problems that's affecting your understanding right now?
No.
Sir, do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation by entering a plea to this charge?
Yes.
Do you also understand that if you were on probation at the time you committed this offense, by entering a plea today, your terms of probation would be violated?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyers?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes or no, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, in case number 202, I'll go ahead and do an adjudication, no return to the scene of the crime, sentenced to 5 days, and I'll give him until June 1st of 2021 to pay his court costs, plus the credit for 2 days' time served. In case number 2020 MM 1609AO, you're adjudicated with credit time served, no further court costs. I'll just do that on the newer case. You do have to stay in communications with your lawyer for your felony charge. Good luck to you, sir, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence.
Your Honor, the next person on the docket, Ida LeCavell, she refused.
Do you know if she has any prior mental health issues, corrections?
Yes.
She does?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on 2020 MM 3310, the trespass on property, I'll find probable cause, waiver appearance, appoint a public defender, stay that bond at 500. On the 2 out on bonds, I'll take no action. What's your name?
Sean Matthew.
Mr. Matthew, in case number 2020 MM 3298, I'll appoint a public defender. Sir, you were arrested for a charge of resisting officer without violence, and I do find that there was probable cause for this offense. I'm going to stay that bond. You already have a public defender in case number 2020 CF 2871AO. I'm going to revoke your release and hold you at no bond status. And then in case number 2019 CF 13853 AO, you're out on bond for delivery of a controlled substance, and you're also pending trial on that case. I'm revoking your release and holding you at no bond in that as well. Thank you, Mr. Matthew. Michael Newton is next. Are you Mr. Newton?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Newton, you're here for a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia in case number 2020 MM 3326AO. I do find that there's probable cause. If you would like to resolve that case, the offer is an adjudication, time served, and then I'll take no action on the petty theft, so you would be released.
Yes, ma'am.
The petty theft that you're already out on bond. Do you need a lawyer to talk to about the drug paraphernalia charge?
No, ma'am.
How do you plead to the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia?
Guilty, ma'am.
Guilty? Did anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
You know what guilty means?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that's affecting your understanding and thinking right now?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you were on probation at the time you committed this offense, by pleading today, your terms of probation would be violated?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not a United States citizen, Mr. Newton, you would be subject to deportation. Do you understand that too?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything else you want to tell me before I do an adjudication time served sentence?
No, ma'am.
All right. You're being adjudicated. I'm sentencing you to time served. You're being released on this case today. I'll give you until June 1st of 2021 to pay your court costs. I'll take no action on your felony case at this time. Good luck to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Next person is Robert Oliver.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you Mr. Oliver?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Oliver, I'm going to appoint a public defender to help you with your case. In 2020 MM 3332, I find probable cause for a charge of battery and criminal mischief. I'll stay those bonds. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim, no return to the scene of the crime, and possess no weapons. Thank you, Mr. Oliver.
Your Honor, the next person on the docket, Joel Ortega, bonded.
Thank you. And no contact. Charles Wilberson,
Yes.
is that your name, sir?
Yes.
Mr. Okay. Mr. Wilberson, you're here for a charge of petty theft. I do find probable cause. State any objection to a 5-day offer?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wilberson, if you would like to resolve your case today, the offer is an adjudication 5 days. You already have credit for 2, so it would be 3 more days.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
No, I took what you gave me today.
Okay. How do you plead to the charge of petty theft? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
Do you understand what no contest means?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anybody force you to say no contest?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medicine that's affecting your understanding?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you were on probation at the time you committed this offense, your terms of probation would be violated?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation by pleading to this charge.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, theft is an enhanceable offense. You are being adjudicated guilty. If you commit a future act of theft, regardless of the value of the item, you will be charged with a felony. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need any more time to speak with an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll go ahead and accept your plea of no contest. You're adjudicated guilty, 5 days in the county jail with credit for 2. No return to the scene of the crime. I believe it's a Walmart. All right, you have 30 days to appeal and 1 year to pay your court cost. I'll give you until June 1st of 2021.
Thank you.
We'll need fingerprints from him, corrections. Thank you. Can I see the cheat sheet on the out of counties? Oh, these are the new out of counties? Okay. Okay, thank you. Sir, what's your name?
Michael McDougal.
Mr. McDougal, you're here in case number 2019 CF 11242. It's a warrant out of Sarasota County for a violation of probation. You'll remain at no bond status, and we'll see what we can do about, and I'll temporarily appoint a public defender to help you with this case. Good luck to you.
How long, I have one quick question. My family called Sarasota yesterday. They are not doing extradition.
I know that.
With them not doing extradition, how long will I be here? Or how long do I have to wait for them to?
So in the meantime, our county is going to reach out to Sarasota County, that circuit, and see if they'll do any bond modifications, and then we'll bring you back up, okay?
How long does that normally take?
That usually takes a couple of business days, but in the meantime, I've appointed a public defender to assist you.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor,
You're welcome, sir.
Your Honor, he's also out on bond for case number 2020 CF 002693AO.
I'll take no action on that. Your name, ma'am?
Raisa Rivera.
Ms. Rivera, you're here because you failed to appear for a driving with license suspended charge in Holmes County.
Yes.
They plan to extradite you, but they're not doing any transportation right now. So I'm going to appoint a public defender to see if they can modify that, okay?
I have an attorney, and she's currently working on my case, and my bond is already being paid, so what I have to do?
There is no, you're being held at zero bond, no bond. So I don't know what bond people are paying. Maybe it's on a separate case. But we'll see if we can get that modified, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Shaquille Nelson. Shaquille Nelson.
He coming, Your Honor.
Good morning. Are you Mr. Nelson?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor.
Do you want me to appoint a lawyer to help you with all of your cases?
Yes, ma'am. How many cases do I have?
I'll go through them in just a moment. So in case number 20, CF 5474AO, you were arrested for burglary of a structure, grand theft third degree, criminal mischief, and dealing in stolen property. I do find that there's probable cause for all of those, and I will stay those bonds. In case number 2020 MM, and in that case, I want to go over your conditions. You're to have no contact with the victim and no return to the scene of the crime. And then you picked up a second case, a misdemeanor, MM 3331AO, resisting officer without violence. I do find that there's probable cause. I'll modify that bond and reduce it to $100. If he wants to plea, I can do a plea on that. And then you're also here for a violation of probation. The court is making a finding, and the officer has done an on-view that you're on probation in 18 CF 7362, so you'll be held at no bond status. Thank you, Mr. Nelson.
That's it. I can't say anything.
You can say anything, but all of your statements are being recorded and can be used against you.
Your Honor, I would advise him not to talk about the facts of the case.
No, it's
So
not.
the woman,
It's not about the facts of the case, ma'am. I was just wondering, so being that I have no bond for the VOP, how would I go about getting a bond, or how long would I have to be?
your attorneys may file some motions, and you can reach out to a bondsman about, I can't tell you what time frame we're working on.
I don't have another court date to see my VOP judge, Mr. Whitehead?
Judge Whitehead?
Yes, ma'am.
Not at this time. You just, today's your first appearance. Next, you'll have a violation of probation arraignment. So you will have a future court date, but I'm not giving it to you today.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Sir, what's your name?
Jody Cataract.
Mr. Catterick, you're here for a Seminole County case, 20 MM 70.
Yes.
At this time, I'm going to go ahead and stay your bond at $500.
Ma'am, I'm supposed to be going to court, supposed to be today for time served.
Okay, well, we've communicated, our county has communicated with Seminole County, and they told us to stay the bond at $500. If you have an attorney, perhaps he or she can work out a written plea. Good luck to you, sir. Sir, what's your name?
David Cook.
Mr. Cook, you're here for a Seminole County case 19 MM 2179. I'm going to stay your bond at $500, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Sir, what's your name?
Christopher Toro.
Mr. Taro, you're here for a Seminole County case. I'm going to stay both of your bonds. You'll continue to remain at no bond status.
Okay. Step up.
Anybody else from corrections?
No, Your Honor, that's it.
All right, thanks, Ms. T.
Thank you,
Mr. Ward.
Judge. You have a good day and be safe.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to go off this mic, and then we'll do